Hey everyone, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here, for honoring my mom, who to you could have been anything, a friend, a family member, a coworker. I appreciate you showing up and being here to remember her and be immersed with the rest of us in honoring this beautiful life that was so precious to us. Uh, thank you. Thank you for being here. There's so much I could share, so much I could say about my mom, but the biggest thing that just keeps showing up for me is how she touched people's lives and hearts. And every time I encounter someone that knew mom, they it's like you can sense they felt loved and accepted by her, and they express what is the biggest word that people use is sweet. She was such a sweet lady, such a sweet woman. She was the sweetest, and she was wonderful, and she had a beautiful heart. I mean, so many things along these lines that expressed how mom had such a presence with people, all people from all walks of life. She was so accepting and loving, and people got that. People felt it. People know. People experienced with her, and they've expressed to me how much they felt so connected with her, and she was so kind to them. Kind was another word that just keeps coming up that people use when they describe mom. And here lately, I've been reminded a lot of a quote by Maya Angelou that I feel like mom really embodied. The quote says, "People will forget what you say, people will forget what you do, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And so many people that have reached out to me that I've come across that knew mom have expressed how she made them feel. And you can see it in their eyes, you can hear it in their voice. It was love, it was acceptance, it was her kind heart and compassion and empathy. It was all of these things that she embodied, that she felt inside of her being expressed from the person that was Jesus Christ in her. And she told me that she just wanted everyone to feel Jesus when they talked to her. When she was in front of them, she wanted people to know and experience Jesus Christ by being with her, and they did. She pulled it off. Mission accomplished, mom. One thing I wanted to tell her, one thing I thought about after she passed is I wish I would have told her, Mom, I'm proud of you. You did it. So many countless people that came across your path, they experienced Jesus through you. And it's such a precious gift to us that got to spend time with her, that got to know her. And she was very intentional about being relational with you. If she was in relationship with you, if she was your friend, if you were a family member, she was very intentional about reaching out to you and making sure that you knew she was there for you, and really asking you questions, really being interested, really wanting to know how you were, really want to know what's going on in your life. And you could sense it, you could feel it. She really cared. She really listened. She really wanted to know. And she would mark on her calendar specific days that she would be sure that she reached out to you and stayed in relationship with you and talked to you, called you, did some sort of virtual call or something with you, but she stayed in contact with you. And that's such a rare gift these days, to have that kind of commitment, that kind of intentionality. And it's really inspiring to me. And I feel like it's inspiring to others too, to be there for one another the way that Mom was there for us. And that's such a big part of who she was. She was relational. She was engaging. And that was very important to her. In fact, in one of our last conversations that we had together, I came and I laid down next to her in her bed in her last few days, and she told me that she hopes that when she's in heaven, that she gets to be a door greeter. And anybody that knows her knows it. That's perfect. That's the perfect assignment for Mom on the other side, that she gets to be there greeting people as they enter the gates of heaven. They're greeted by my mom and a warm hug and a huge smile, that huge merry smile that was full of just childlike love and connection. And that was another thing that I really loved about my mom, was that childlikeness. She played. She played and she had fun, and she got down on the floor and played with my son, and she engaged with him and did imaginary stuff. And she danced sometimes with abandon, and she would close her eyes and she would dance. And it was the most wonderful thing, especially when it was praise and worship music. She would enter in and she would just go and lose herself in her love for God, love for the Father, love for Jesus. And you could see it wash over her with this beautiful, radiant smile of her celebrating being in the presence of her God, her Jesus, that she absolutely adored. And those people that got to talk to her about her love and her faith, you couldn't help but be moved. So the ripple effects from this life of earth times 71 years is infinite, is eternal. And that's part of the gifts that we get to take with us, that Mom shared. And I'm so grateful. I'm so eternally grateful to have this woman that was one of my best friends, that I got all that time with her. And I'm grateful that you that are here present, that you got to have that time with her as well. And I'd love to hear what you have to share. Stories, how she made you feel, whatever it is. There's one more story that keeps coming to mind from when I was a kid. I was probably 11 or 12. My brother was probably 7 or 8. We attended a funeral for a young man that was a couple years older than me, that was my friend, that tragically passed away very early. He was only 14. And my mom and dad took us to this funeral. And we walked out after the funeral was over, and I viewed the body of my friend lying in the coffin, and it didn't look like him. And it hit me so hard. It was so painful. It was so much to deal with at that young age. And I walked out, and I was lost in so much pain and hurt. And I looked her, and there was my mama, and she opened up her arms, and my brother too. My brother was crying. We were both crying. She took us in on each side, and pulled us close to her. And I cannot describe to you the love that I felt in that moment that I still feel to this day, 40 years later. And that love is the embodiment of my mom. That incredibly compassionate, powerful love that says, I'm here for you. I got you. I'm with you. That's what my mom gave us. That and so much more. And that's what I want to tap into. That's what I want to feel. That's what I want to experience. That's what I want to remember. That's what I want to recall moving forward. And honor her. Honor her love for Jesus. Honor her love for God. And honor her love for us that she was so amazing at showing. And so I'm going to use so much of that as inspiration in my life to how I want to show up for others. So again, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being a part of honoring my mom. It means the world to me, to us. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being some aspect of Mom's life. And thank you for your memories and the things that you share and you speak and you just feel about her. Thank you so much. And Mom, oh, we love you so much. Thank you. Bye.